Hello everyone, welcome back to our channel, and today is actually just going to be me. I'm going to try and document my experience with microneedling. It's my first appointment, first experience today, and I'm just doing it just to see if it helps improve the overall texture and elasticity of my skin, see if it helps with pores as well. I don't know if you can see, but I tend to have pretty large pores all around my nose area, so we'll see. I'm a little bit nervous just because I don't know. I'm afraid I'm gonna be sore. I'm afraid it's gonna be hurt. But I've heard the esthetician is really great, so I've been communicating with her through Instagram and text messages. So she's kind enough to let me film in there. So we'll see how much filming I'm able to get done. I just don't want to get in her way. So stay tuned and see my experience and my results with microneedling.
Actually, people wouldn't think that this is common, but I have quite a few clients that do their hands. And it's because we're not always the best about applying sunscreen on the hands. The hands get a lot of heat from the sun, especially when we're driving. So this definitely helps. So we're gonna occlude this just to kind of speed up the process of numbing.
Okay.
Yeah, you can pretty much microneedle anything. You can microneedle any stretch marks, or moms like to do their stomachs. Not only stretch marks, but just any sort of scarring as well. I've done microneedling on people's random accident scars.
Okay. Do you notice a lot of results doing it on the stomach, after pregnancy? Doing areas like that?
Yeah, absolutely. I think it definitely makes a huge difference. I think there's very little you can do for stretch marks, to be honest with you. So the things that are going to work really well is microneedling and lasers.
Oh, gotcha.
So a lot of those creams and stuff like that, they honestly don't typically work.
Yeah.
Kind of the same with working on texture. Texture is really tricky, and because of the way that microneedling works, it really does help with texture, and it's kind of one of the only things it does. How's everything feel?
Good. Yeah, it's fine.
You're gonna slick a little bit, so I'm gonna get this around you again. Wrap it, and then we will wait for you.
Okay.
All right. So you just want to use a really generic gentle cleanser for the time being, and then you don't want to use any sort of nothing with acids for sure. And then like I said, today, 24 hours up until 48 hours, just use water. And then after that, you can go back to using your regular cleanser. This is the only time that I will ever tell you not to use SPF today, so you don't want to even use SPF today. If you have something that's of a good quality, like medical grade, you can start using that tomorrow. But just you want to basically stay away from the sun. You don't want to be outside or anything like that.
Gotcha.
For about a day.
Yeah. Okay. And that includes any other activities like swimming you wouldn't recommend?
No, I would not recommend swimming. No steam room, sauna, hot tub, nothing like that. Just because you basically really have to be careful with microneedling, because even if you apply a vitamin C serum right after, there's been case studies, especially with skin pen, where people will do so, and then it will create a reaction to the skin, and you really should not have any sort of reaction after your microneedling. Also, with that being said, with things like swimming and hot tub and things like that, or not super controlled environments, can create infections too. So like I said, you were creating micro injuries into the skin. They're open wounds essentially. So we just want to be really careful as to what we apply or what's near our skin. That's why I told you clean pillowcase that kind of helps prevent bacteria.
Okay. That's good to know.
a lot of info.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna get this off of your skin, and then we'll do kind of a really quick clean, and then not fun part, but I'm gonna use an alcohol pad to just make sure there's literally nothing on the skin at all.
Okay.
And then once we're done with that, we will get started on the treatment.
Okay.
This is the Lift HD. It's basically what we're going to be microneedling your face with, and then we're also going to give this to you, and you're going to use it on your face. It's just hyaluronic acid, essentially, but medical grade. So this is going to be really good for that healing process.
Okay.
And then, you know, infusing hyaluronic acid into the skin is always amazing. That's what's going to give you that nice glow too.
Okay.
Normally I would never touch product on a client's face, but this is yours, so.
Okay. I'm sorry, how long did you say I should avoid like prolonged like sun exposure, or till when can I like say, I don't know, go outside and play tennis or go swimming, anything like that?
Well, with SPF, I would say about like 5 days is pretty good.
5 days?
So just,
okay.
just kind of lay low this weekend.
Okay.
All right, so, I'm just gonna kind of show you with this pen. We're at 0 right now, so nothing. I even put my finger there, there's nothing. Okay. I'm not gonna do that again, but each part of the face requires different depth. So this just basically means that the needle the cartridge is coming up. So here we're at 0. I'm just gonna go all the way up to 2. You see how you can see it now?
Yeah.
I never go that deep.
Okay.
The depth that I usually go to is 1.5 in the cheek area, if need be. Just depends on the texture, and again, depends on how thick the skin is and what we're doing to it, what the goal is. All right, ready?
Yeah, ready.
You were expecting more, huh?
Yeah.
Does it feel okay?
Yeah.
So we usually go over each area about 3 times, horizontal, diagonally, and then in circular motion. And I just like to do small sections so I see where I'm going. Okay. And you know, I'm not gonna lie, I start with the forehead because it's probably the worst.
Yeah. I was gonna say some areas are okay, and some areas I can definitely feel it. Yeah.
Skin on bone. Yeah. Very thin there, and you can see you're bleeding a little bit, but not too much. So that's good. Perfect. Sometimes people will see these videos of a lot of pinpoint bleeding, and like I said, it's really not necessary to achieve the results that you want. And your skin will feel pretty tight after we're done, just as the numbing wears off. And it's pretty normal also to feel like kind of like a sunburn. I don't know if you've ever experienced a sunburn before, but it does kind of feel like a mild sunburn for the first like 24 to 48 hours. It really depends on how your skin goes through that healing process.
Okay.
Kind of verbiage and stuff like that. Okay. Usually people toss this out. I like to give it to my clients so then they're educated about what we're doing, and if I use any words that they might not understand. It also comes with the Lift HG, which is their hyaluronic acid. It comes with a sterile cartridge, like a one-use cartridge. So those are never shared. And then it also comes with the sanitary sleeve for the pen itself. So nothing is being used twice at all. You know, everything's really safe and sanitary, which is important when you're working on the face like this. Yeah. So, yeah. Anyways, and then I purchased those calm things separately too, so for my clients as well. Okay. So that's what you're going to be getting in your kit right there for your at-home stuff.
That's good.
All right.
Okay, hello. So now I'm back. I just got done from my microneedling session, and my face is still pretty numb. It's starting to look a little bit red, so I don't know if you can tell, like around my forehead. Overall, it wasn't too bad. It did hurt a little bit, mostly around like my forehead. I would say the forehead and the nose areas would probably be the worst. Once you got to like the cheeks, chin area, actually the chin area was a little bit bad, just where you have more of that bone. But like around my cheeks and everything, it was fine. I kind of forgot, like at some point I forgot how uncomfortable it felt, but then she started doing my nose and my eyes started to water a little bit, just because it kind of tickles around that area. Kind of tickles and it maybe hurts a little bit, but overall not too bad. I would say like the whole microneedling session took, I don't know, maybe about 15 minutes. I honestly don't know how much time it took, but the numbing definitely took the longest. It was like about 20 minutes. She applied some numbing gel from my face to get numb. So now I just have to kind of take it easy for the next couple days, like trying to avoid sunshine. So I can't put like really anything on my face. Like I can't wash my face with the cleanser. She just said to use like cold water for the next 24 to 48 hours. And then she gave me some like treatments to use in the next 24 to 48 hours as well, just to help it soothe and calm the redness and stuff. She said I probably won't notice like a huge amount of redness until like a few hours. But she said for some people it just depends. You know, since everybody's skin is a little bit different, some people notice it within a couple hours. For some people it might be a little bit less. It might be red for, I don't know, like a day or two. Some people maybe just a day, less than a day, things like that. So just depends. We'll see how my skin reacts to it. Man, okay, my forehead started to feel a little tender, but yeah, overall not too bad. She said that for me, for my skin, she would probably recommend like a hydrofacial, and the microneedling maybe she said like once or twice a year. I know for some people, depending on like the results that they want, or the amount of acne, or if they have more scarring, then they might have to do the microneedling a little bit more frequently. So yeah, we'll still keep you guys updated. She said I wouldn't see results until, oh dang it, I forgot what she said. Maybe at like 10 days or so. So maybe another week or two for me to really start seeing the results, but we'll see. We'll see once we start to see that glow, see how my skin reacts to it. Okay, so I'll keep you guys posted. Probably, yeah, vlog again to let you guys know. Maybe in a week, maybe 2 weeks, see how everything's looking. Okay. Yeah, I try to pay attention, but like my face was getting numb while she was telling me some of these things, so maybe I got some of it while I was recording, but I tried to put the mic as close to me as I could, but as soon as I got in, I just kind of laid down and plopped it on my chest, so we'll see how well it picked up the audio. So sorry about that, and also sorry that I didn't take any procedure photos. I was going to, and I told myself like mentally to remind myself, and then I got here and I was just like in a rush, and I can't believe I forgot. It's like it's super brain fart. Maybe I'll take one right now since my face isn't completely red, but we'll see. I'll let you guys know. You probably just have to go by what I say. So I mean, you've seen my other videos, so you know how my skin looks, but yeah, I'll try to be better at posting like pre-procedure photos, things like that, so you can actually see, give you guys a better review of how effective that was. Next time I think I will try the hydrofacial, so I'll definitely try to remember to take photos before then. Okay, yeah, so yep, I'll catch you guys in the next one. Today is week 1 post microneedling, and I have definitely noticed great results. So definitely my skin looks a lot more even, like less pigmentation, I guess. It's so smooth. I haven't been doing really anything for skincare. I think it was like on day 3 that I tried to apply a moisturizer, but I got like a little pimple like right here and on my cheek. Right now they've gone away. The one on my nose, I think it's still there, but I stopped using my moisturizer after I broke out a little bit and just allowed more time for my skin to heal. But it is healing really well. It's not as dry or like flaky looking. I think it was on day 3, like my skin was still pretty flaky. So right now it actually looks a lot better. I definitely noticed that like my smile lines again, they're not as, I guess, pronounced, they're not as deep. Still a little bit here. I do have still some like eczema right around this area, but I'm hoping that that will start to heal soon. I don't know, we'll see. It might just be permanent. But besides that, with the microneedling, I also noticed that my skin looks more what's the word, like I guess more supple in a way, and it looks more like radiant. It's not dull like before I got the microneedling. So the esthetician said that I would start to see even better results in week 6. So I'll update you guys on week 6 to see how my skin's doing, see if I notice any other significant changes. Okay, so stay tuned. Okay, so today is week 6 after the microneedling treatment, and I actually did see some good results. They're actually pretty subtle just because honestly I didn't have a lot going on skincare wise, but I think it was like around maybe week 3 or 4 where I was starting to feel just a little disappointed because I wasn't really noticing any changes at all. Like after week 1, during week 2 I started to see some changes, but then week 3 and week 4 I feel like my skin started to look a little dull again. But then I was like on my period, and then I had some cheese, so I started to break out a little bit, so I was a little disappointed. But last week and this week actually I did notice that my skin started to look a little more like smooth and like clear. I don't know if you can tell, but a lot of the redness, the little blotches I had started to clear up. It didn't do much for like my pores or anything like that. You could still pretty much tell, but definitely my skin looks a lot more even, and even my like eczema started to clear up a little bit. I don't know if you can tell, but compared to like the initial video and the other photos, you can totally tell. And I also noticed a little less texture on my forehead. Like it started to look just a little more shiny and smooth. Again, it is really subtle. I was able to notice all of the changes because, you know, I experienced it. But I just don't know if I would maybe do it again this year. I think maybe once a year might be good enough for me. But I really thank Iman, the esthetician, for really like checking in on me. I think she messaged me like a couple times after the treatment, like a few days after, like a week later, and then I think it was like around week 3 where she just kept on like encouraging me, like, you know, you're gonna see like the best results in about 6 weeks. So I waited, and you know, it didn't disappoint. So I'm actually really happy with the results. I would have liked to see maybe some changes in the pores or like some of the wrinkles I have, but I feel like maybe if I were to do it more regularly, I would see more changes. There's this girl I follow on Instagram. Her name is Namvo. I think she's a makeup artist, and her skin is like baby skin. It's like poreless, it's glowy, super smooth. I think she says she does microneedling like a few times a year, like maybe every 6 weeks or so. I don't think I could do that because I don't have the money for it. And also, I don't think I could go through that like discomfort so regularly again. Again, it just felt kind of like, I think it was like the 3rd or 4th day where my skin just felt really tight. It did really feel like a sunburn, but you know, that fortunately that went away. And then after that, I had like some like really flaky skin. But after like a week or so, week and a half, like it did totally clear up. And plus it was pretty uncomfortable. So just thinking about it, I don't know if I could do that like regularly. But maybe once a year. I think next time I will try the hydrofacial. If you follow Iman, her Instagram is Amora Aesthetics. So if you're here like around the Portland area, then I really recommend her. She is great. She answered like all of my questions, and you know, even though she's like really busy, you know, she owns her business, she was still taking time to check up on me, message me, make sure that I was healing well. I even asked her like if it was okay to use some moisturizer after a few days that my skin was so dry, and she was like, yeah, just send me like the ingredient list, you know, we just want to make sure that everything is like safe and that you heal properly. And you know, she was just amazing. So I will definitely continue to go to her. Yeah, that's my experience with microneedling. I hope you guys enjoyed the video and found it helpful. I think if you ever want to try this out or try any like facials, I know Iman also does I think lashes, and sometimes she'll have clinicians go in and provide like Botox and fillers and things like that too. So she is amazing, so definitely recommend her. So yeah, stay tuned. Maybe I'll record my hydrofacial once I'm ready and saved up enough money to try that out. Okay, well, thank you guys for tuning in. I hope you guys liked this video and found it helpful, and hopefully it made you decide whether to try microneedling or not. Okay, thank you guys again. Please like and subscribe, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.